I typically teach this lesson in 45 minutes, but to save you some time, I'm going to cut it down to under 10 minutes. I think I can even pull it off in 4 minutes. You ready? Now, before the clock starts, I want to pause for a second. Aren't you wondering how it's even possible for me to teach you a 45-minute lesson in only 4 minutes? Doesn't it seem impossibly short? Well, once I mentioned the 45-minute lesson time, I set you up to assume that it should or would take a long time to make a point. I anchored your expectations, and with no other information about the lesson or my teaching style, you're going to use that anchor as a starting point upon which to base your assumptions. This is what's called the anchoring bias. It's the tendency to allow initial quantitative information to influence our estimations, and it can have a huge impact on our decision-making and choices. Imagine you're negotiating a salary for a new job. You're not sure what the market rate is for your position. It's brand new, and it's being created just for you. So you ask the recruiter who's vetting you what she thinks the company will offer for the position. That number, whether it's an over or an underestimation, will significantly influence what you expect to get paid. And in turn, it's going to change how you negotiate your salary. And this doesn't just happen with estimations around money. How long should your direct report be at her job before she's ready for a promotion? What's a reasonable time to stop answering work emails? How much time off should you reasonably take for paternity leave? Every one of those decisions can be affected by numbers that were previously available to you and that anchor your estimates. For example, you might base your direct report's promotion plan on the number of years it took you to get your first promotion, rather than on her actual level of proficiency or talent. The anchoring bias can dramatically throw off your assumptions and estimates, which is why it is so important to catch it and address it. And how can you do that? Well, at the risk of repeating myself here, by first and foremost being aware that it exists. So anytime you're dealing with numbers and need to make an estimate, stop and ask yourself, what other values have been thrown out recently? What is my estimate based off of? Where can I get the information I need to make a truly educated guess about this? And when it comes to naming your price, whether you're negotiating a salary or setting your fee for services rendered or received, or just trying to nab that awesome coffee table at a weekend yard sale, be the first to throw out a number. Be the one who anchors other people's expectations around the value that you want.